In the past, human beings living on an island thought that there weren't any other humans, and in case if there were, they would never meet each other. After many years, humans made ships and started traveling around the Earth. Today, maybe we think that there is a little chance to live a life on another planet, or that there are no life forms in the universe. But we have to hope that we will make another type of ship and start traveling around the universe. First of all, we need to check if there are any living cells on the nearest planets. So, we should start with Mars, Venus, Mercury, and others in the solar system. In this video, we will talk about the facts that are known by today about life on Venus. For this and any other videos on the channel, if you enjoyed them so far, feel free to hit thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel. You'll not regret it, and we will keep you updated with the latest news from space. Venus is our closest neighbor and actually more similar than Mars. The planet is named after the Roman goddess of beauty and love. Venus is almost as big as the Earth. It's only 5% smaller and has about 19% less mass. Venus' atmosphere consists almost entirely of carbon dioxide. Besides the Moon, Venus is the brightest celestial body visible from Earth. Because of its good visibility in the morning and the evening, Venus is also known as the morning star or evening star. The search for life beyond Earth has largely revolved around the rocky red neighbor. NASA has launched multiple rovers over the years, with a new one currently en route to sift through Mars' dusty surface for signs of water and other hints of habitability. In fact, it was Venus that saw the first landing of a planetary space probe in 1970s. After that, scientists lost interest in our sister planet. Instead, dozens of probes were sent to Mars. After some unsuccessfully sent probes to Venus, NASA focused on Mars and stopped exploring Venus. However, probes are to be sent to Venus again. In addition to the Russians, NASA's, Indian, Japan, and the Europeans have their own Venus projects. In the pipeline, the reason for this interest is newly gained knowledge about possible life in Venus' atmosphere. Another aspect that is generating interest is the greenhouse effect like on Earth. Dramatic climate changes could be another parallel between the sister worlds. Earth and Venus, both planets, are currently experiencing a greenhouse effect. Researchers at NASA Goddard Institute for Space Studies have found an exciting thing in simulations. Until about 700 million years ago, Venus may have been a planet covered by oceans. The temperatures were mild and pleasant due to a different compositions of the atmosphere. According to biologists, it takes several million years for complex life forms to arise. The habitable period of Venus extended for 2 or 3 billion years, enough then for life to emerge and flourish. After heating and massive changes to the surface, nothing of this life would be visible today. Even if humanoid creatures have existed there, their structures would probably be several meters below the surface. The astronomers led by Jane Graves of Cardiff University detected in Venus' atmosphere a spectral fingerprint or light-based signature of phosphine. MIT scientists have previously shown that if this stanky, poisonous gas were ever detected on a rocky, terrestrial planet, it could only be produced by a living organism there. The researchers made the detection using the James Clerk Maxwell Telescope in Hawaii and the Atacama Large Millimeter Array Observatory in Chile. the MIT team followed up the new observation with an exhaustive analysis to see whether anything other than life could have produced phosphine in Venus' harsh sulfic environment. Based on many scenarios they considered, the team concluded that there is no explanation for the phosphine detected in Venus clouds other than the presence of life. That doesn't mean that there is life, but to prove negative is really hard to. As we said, scientists found phosphine in Venus' atmosphere. But what exactly phosphine is? Phosphine is a chemical you've probably never heard of. Phosphine is a flammable, odorless gas and extremely toxic. Now you're probably asking yourself, why such a gas might be a sign of life? Phosphine can be found in nature, specifically where biomass decomposes. It is found among other things in the feces of the penguin. It was discovered that phosphine can be a decomposition product of certain microbes. If it occurs in the atmosphere of Venus, this is an indication of the possible presence of biological processes. Of course, scientists immediately started checking these theories about life on Venus. Unfortunately, two studies quickly came to a different conclusion. First, it turned out that the ALMA telescope had been incorrectly calibrated. The calculated phosphine concentration had been erroneously overestimated by a factor of 7. Another study found no evidence at all for the presence of phosphine in the correct readings. But there is a good news too. In 1978, NASA's Pioneer Venus 2 spacecraft found bacteria-like particles in the atmosphere of Venus. As Venus isn't a gas planet, there is only a biological way for phosphine to be produced in the clouds of Venus. But before more experiments and research, we can't say anything for real. We have to wait until more probes will be sent from Venus' atmosphere. Is there life on Venus? Yes and no. We have to wait. There's a good chance to find something big in Venus clouds. Phosphine also exists on Saturn and Jupiter. In fact, monophosphine was also detected in the atmosphere of Jupiter and Saturn in the 1970s. If you want to know how it was produced and what its existence on those planets means, subscribe to our channel. We are going to cover everything about this and other fascinating cases. Maybe there is no life on Venus, on Jupiter, or Saturn, but we have no right to stop exploring space. The universe is fantastic, isn't it?